n values are kept in variable name one by one, and n times this statements will execute. In general, if you want me to write, in general, in next line I will write, in general, I am writing, in general, if an iterable object contains, I will show you programmatically also more. If an iterable object contains n values, then 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 n times block of statements will execute. Block of statements will execute. Statements will execute by placing value by value in variable name n times. This is the final thing. In general, if an iterable object contains n values, then n times block of statements will execute by placing value by value in variable name n times. Let me go for immediately one program. First of all, are you understanding this logic? Are you understanding this execution behavior? All of you, please respond it, ma. Please respond it. Yes. So it's done. Now I am going to make you to execute one small statement. Let me go to my program for first example. Look at that, dear students. Watch it, ma. For loop example 1. I will show you multiple examples until all you people get it. For loop example 1.5. Now I am taking s is equal to, dear students, s is equal to, I am taking Python, I am taking Python PROG. I take like this. It is an iterable object because so many values are there. PYTHON PROG. Now I want to print that P separate, Y separate, T separate, H separate, like that I want to retrieve. For X in S, X is called one variable name. In S. Now I am printing print of X. For X in S, print X. Now tell me first, what is the value of X? I am in right what? I am in for loop. I am writing or instead of that I will write only one line. I am in for loop. Just for your understanding purpose I am just writing comma X. So what is that? I am in for loop. What is it? X in S. What is the first value of S? P. P will be kept. What is printed? X. P is printed. Next value of X, Y. Y is printed. Next value of T. T is printed. H. O. One by one. All the values of S is retrieved one by one, and those things are printed here. Let me save it. Every value of iterable object is kept into where? X. So I'm keeping in for loop example 1.5. Let us go to the command prompt. Here I'm writing G:/cd kvr python and there I'm saying 4 p.m. cd flow control. Now see, now I'm writing pi. I will write for example 1.5. See that, P, I am in for loop. Statements are executing one by one. PYTHON space and then PROG. Dear student, this is by using for loop. Same thing. I am writing one small separation I am giving. This is separation I am giving. I will write the same code using while loop also. See that what code you will write here. When to apply what? You by seeing the example you decide. Using while loop I will do it. This is by using for loop I did. How many lines I wrote? Only 2 lines I write. Using for while loop also you try to print it. So you can't write as easily as like that. What I will do? I is equal to 0. Sir, why I is equal to 0, sir? The position of P starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, etc. up to length times. How do you write? While you are writing I less than len of s, len of s. That means length times I need to print, length times. Now I will write print of s of I, s of I. Come on, what is the value of I? 0. 0 less than len of s. I less than len of s. 0 less than how much? 6, 7, and then 11. Total, how many elements are there? How many elements are there? This is 6, 1 space 7. 7 plus 4, 9, 11. I is what? 0. 0 less than 11. 0 to 11 means what? 12. Length is 12. 0 less than 12, true. S of I. S of I means S of 0. What is printed? P is printed. P is printed. Dear students, please follow me. Done. After that, I need to update the value. I is equal to I plus 1. See how many things I am doing. Initialization part, condition part, and then updation part. And then updation part. Space is also one part of string only. Space also counted. Space also counted. Here you see, space is counted or not? Space is also counted or not? Counted. Counted. So, come on, print it. This is in while loop, I will say. In while loop, I will say. In while loop. In while loop, I am saying that in while loop. Say that. Execute it. Now you see in while loop. In while loop, I got the same answer. In for loop also, I got the same answer. Answer is getting same. But you think about it. Which one you feel more easy, ma? Frankly speaking, which one is more easy? Come on, dear students. For loop is more easy to retrieve the data from which objects? Iterable objects. To retrieve the data from iterable object, best is what? For loop. Other than iterable things are coming, it is your choice. You can go for it. So with examples only, I am making you to clear what is more easy for you. What is more easy for you? You are going to get it. So better to go for loop for retrieving the data from where? Iterable object. Okay, I will take it up. Using while loop I wrote, using this also I wrote. Now, one more example, let me go for it. From now onwards, I will go for loop. One more example, I will go for it. For loop example 2. Dear students, see ma. For loop example 2.py. For loop example 2.py. Now, what I am doing ma? See, list LST is equal to or tuple is equal to whatever you feel. For LST is equal to, I am taking 10 comma KVR and I will take it as OUCET. Now I am writing here. Now I am taking here something like 12.34 comma NIT Naresh Institute of Technology, Naresh Technologies, NIT. Now I am writing and I will write to true also. I will write to true also. True. This is called true. Like this I am taking. Like this I am taking. Now I want to retrieve the data. How do you retrieve the data from here, ma? This I is 0, ma. I is initialized with 0. I am starting from 0th position. Avinash. Simple, ma. Last class. While loop. Now coming to this area. Come on. How do you write, ma? For value. Value. Not only X, for value. In where? LST. For value in LST. Please print val. Print val. That is called elements in list. I can say elements in list. How easy to print it, you see. For loop. I will say save this program now. I will save it here. As it is done. For loop example 2. For loop example 2.py. So I got the list of elements. Now, dear students, if you want to print elements in list. Now I am saying that print of star 40. Now I am writing. Once the elements is over, I will write else. Now I will write like this. Now you see carefully. Now I got elements in list. I got the elements. So I will go for this. For in, I'm sorry. I will go for Loops within a loops I will explain, Amma. Don't worry. Let me go. Please follow my order. Okay. Please follow my order. I will give you while within a while, for within a while, nested loops concept is there in my class. So follow me carefully. Okay. Don't worry. Don't feel tension by yourself. Follow my guidelines to become a efficient professional. You follow my guidelines. Okay, I have the standard structure of it where we deliver the same type of content in big product companies, in big project based companies. In last year, lockdown period, minimum 6 to 7 companies we delivered this content of Python in big product based companies. That content only I am going to give to you in my class, which is an extraordinary content we are following. I designed it specially for my students. Right, ma? So loop in a loop, I will explain. Don't worry, relax it. KVR sir is there for everything for you. Relax it. This is called what? I followed what? List. You take tuple also. TPL. TPL I will take. Say change this now. Change this now. Right? I am writing. I am writing. Just bracket you write it. Bracket you write it. Now see that now. I will write. Of course, here you need to write what? TPL. TPL. I am writing. Now here you execute for loop example 2. I am getting even the elements are coming. Yes. So, right. Satyam Sharma, thank you. Thank you for your compliments. So, right. We will do. Definitely we will do. And just now I came from that place, Amirpet I went for the office work. I came just now. We are going to do everything. And especially we are after the course is over, you are going to be placed in good MNCs and good companies are going to come to you. And especially after our course is completed, people are going to be placed in a good place. But first you improve your course content, right? So we will do the ultimate for you, and you are the first person to select in the companies, provided if you read the notes. Okay, na? Don't worry about it. Follow my guidelines strictly. So TPL is printed. Loop in a loop, while loop in a while loop, for loop in a for loop, while loop in a for loop in a while. Four combinations I will tell you. Na? So don't worry. This is called what? Tuple. Now, set also we will go for it. Set I will show you. One set concept I will show you. Let me go to another place. First, normally you try to improve. Straightforward we will improve. So that is called for loop example 3.py. For loop example 3.py. Look at. Now, set s is equal to, now I am writing the data. 12. Next, 34. Next, 34.56. Next, NIT. Now I am saying something like HYD, and now I am taking Python. This is my data. Somewhere else, right? Now I want to get the data back. How do you retrieve the data back? How do you get this data back? Now, for x in S, print of what? X. Print of X. All the elements of set elements are printed. Save this now. How do you retrieve the data from this place? We got it. For loop example 3.py. So I got the data. 34, NIT, HYD, 12, and then Python. Right? Done. Now we started this part. Set we retrieved it. So if you want, I can write one small statement. Elements in set. Now just I am printing that this part. Okay, right, into 40. Moreover, I am writing. So I printed the elements one after the other. To print the elements side to side, what you do is small thing. From now onwards, you try to habituate. X is printed, comma, say end is equal to some small space. That means after printing X value, don't going to move to the next line. If I don't write this end is equal to, if I don't write this X, if I don't write that end, print statement will print the values one by one. But here when I write some additional kind of thing, end is equal to, After printing x, in the same line it will give the space. X value ends with some space. Then in the same line another x value will print another type of end space. Next to x value space, next to x value space, until all elements are over. Until all elements are over. See that now? Execute, same result you see. Execute, same result you see. This is done. Same result. You can give whatever the symbol you like. You can give whatever the symbol you like. Now to bring to the next line, the cursor to the new line, you can write else. You can write simply what? This line I can write. This line I am writing. See this line where it is printing. See this line where it is printing. See this line, observe it. It is not going to print in the new line. See that it is printed after this 12 only. Here it is printing. To bring the next line here after coming to this, I can write what? Print off, print off, print off. That will bring to the cursor to the new line. See that. Now see that. I got the new line. Got it to next line. I got it. If I write, see, if I write backslash n here, this is all formatting parts I am explaining. Backslash n, if I write it. So it is going to give you some space, some space. Here it is some space is coming. Some space is coming. So here I am writing. Here I am writing. So done. Done. Here it is going to be like this. So here 34, 34.56 HYD NIT like this it is going to print. So finally I made you to understand end is equal to like this. Last and final I am going to show you. Dict I want to show you. Dict elements I want to show you. Another example. So maximum examples through program. Concept is done. Later multiple examples. Now for example 4.5. D is equal to, do you remember dict ma? How the dict is organizing the values? How dict is organizing the values, guys? In the form of, what? I forget that point. I am expecting from you people to give it. Key, comma, value, pair. Please tell me, how do you do it, ma? How do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? Number one colon. What is that? HYD. For example, I am writing HYD. For example, you take HYD, comma, 2 colon AP, comma, 3 colon MH Mumbai, MUM Mumbai, for example, and 4 colon, I am taking Bangalore, I am taking like that. So you take Bangalore. You write capital letters just for good looking purpose. And 5 for Pune, for example, I'm just writing it. I'm not writing any capitals or something, just some names with a key comma value. 1 for HYD, 2 for AP, 3 for Mumbai, 4 for Bangalore, 5 for that. Right? So we are going to use it. See, Arindam Podar. That in, don't take that in is a membership operator, ma. Don't take like that. That is called a dangerous point. All the values of, for each value, every value of iterable object kept in. I am coming from right side to left side. I am coming. Not x in s. Each value of s is kept in x. Like that you learn it. That is the point, ma. Okay. Right. See, ma, all of you. For val in D, if you write, look at all of you. Print of val. Do you know what is printed in this place? Suppose if you write x only x you write, for example, x. So if I write x, it is going to print, keys will print by default. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keys will print. Keys only will print. I will write for example 4.5. For loop, I am writing example 4.5. See, I am writing for loop example 4.5. So I am writing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only printed. Next, instead of that, D dot, I am writing items. Already you know. You can also use keys. Already explained this concept for you. Already explained. In dict place, I explained all this, only keys. If you want to print values, I can print values. Values. Values are coming. All the values of dict kept in X, all the values are printed. AP, HYD, all those things are printed. HYD, AP, Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune. Dear students, D dot items, see items. What items will print? One key comma value pair. This entire one HYD is one item. 2 AP, another item. 3 Mumbai, another item. 4 Bangalore, another item. 4 Pune, another item. So first item X colon one colon HYD kept in X, that X will print. First this entire value will print. 2 colon AP, that entire will print. Now, so coming to this point, see that one, this entire couple is printed. Couple, key comma value pair is printed. Key comma value pair is printed. Dear students, now I want to print. I want to print key comma value pair. I want to print. That's why key comma K comma V. You can take anything X comma Y. You can take P comma Q. Why I am taking P comma Q? Because though there is no meaning, I will take K comma V, where people can understand K represents key, V represents value. Please understand. D dot items. D dot items. Items is giving a pair now, 1 comma HYD now. That 1 is kept in K, HYD is kept in V. I want to print both of them. How I am printing, you see, ma? How I am printing, you see? I will remove this and I'll write this double quotes, and I'm saying that \t dot format of key comma V, dear students. And before that, I want to print what I'm printing, ma? Do you know? Printing what I'm, key slash T and value I am writing. Key and then value I am writing. Value. Then I'm writing like this. Then you just say print something like this, 45. And somebody is asking, sir, why you are writing 40 all the time? So it is not my lucky number. I'm just writing something like this. I'm writing like this just to see what is happening. Now I'm seeing this. For example, see that exactly under key, keys are printed. Under value, values are printed. 45 times this line is printing. To bring into middle of the screen, you know that entire formatting. Along with the logics, you try to format something. Dear students, now see. Key comma value, keys are printed, values are printed. Dear students, are you understanding this for loop? See the new for loop, K comma V in D dot items. Because 2 items are there. One item kept in one variable, another item kept into another variable. So I hope so. For loop, see that once. The execution behavior of for loop is that every value of iterable object is placed in the variable name one by one and executes a block of statements. In general, if an iterable object contains n values, then n times block of statements will execute by placing value by value in the variable name n times. Am I clear? Dear students, what is the concept we learned that we implemented exactly in the programming? Right. Good. So let us move to the example. See that first example, second example, many more examples. So to retrieve the data from iterable object, which one is best? We can use while loop also. And don't ask me after the class, sir, which loop is best? So all loops are best. When they are giving in the subject means all are good. But we need to apply our intelligence. To retrieve the iterable object, best option is what? For loop. Non-iterable object, if you want to do any repeated operation, go for what? Multiplication. Go for what? While loop, you go for it. So it all depends on how logics you will apply. So I am saying for loop is highly recommended to retrieve the data from which objects? Iterable objects purpose. That is, especially it is given for iterable objects. Dear students, now I would like to ask you to write the for loop. Okay, ma? Write down for loop. Subheading, you write down for loop and then start. Yes. So that list program also I will tell you. Through for loop I will tell you. Don't worry. First you complete the concept, syntax you complete, explanation you complete. Kaushal, you write down, ma. Kaushal, you write down. All the doubts I will take in the last 15 minutes. Because that is strictly I want to impose in the class. Strictly I want to impose in the class. Because to take string values, no conversion is required. Okay, ma. Satya, Monica, all the best. All the congratulations. Congratulations. Tell to your friend also congratulations. They are suspended. Congratulations. Yes, ma. Those who completed, please let me know that completed. Then I'll go for that examples I will give you. Okay, completed. Now within 10 seconds, I am shifting. I'm going for example window. Okay, very good. Write down example one. I'm going to show you the example one. Write down that example, Amma. Write down that example. So exactly flowchart is like what? Flowchart is like what? While loop only, not necessary to exactly like for loop only. I will give you the for loop also. Don't worry. For this, I will prepare the while loop and I will give you. Don't worry. Akila, I will answer your question in the last mark. So you have shortlisted for Infosys and an interview as system engineer. I will give you in the last part, ma. Regarding the career doubts, I will give you. So first we will concentrate on our examples. Okay, ma? Hmm. Write down this. Yes, ma. Good. Now I am going for example three. Example two. Yes. This is related to str object. Str object. Okay, ma. Now I am shifting to example two. Write down. Example two. Write down. Okay, Yashwant. Yashwant, I can repeat. Okay, don't worry. At the end, you make me to remember once. Right, ma. Example 3 I'm opening. Example 3 regarding the set. Like set you write it. I wrote here end is equal to space. Try to understand that part, ma. It's not end function, ma. It is one of the option to print the elements in the same line, separated by the space. You can separate by comma also. If you write inside of this quotes, na, you can write comma also. You can write what? Comma also you can write it. Comma also you can write. Dot you can write. Anything you write, that value will be end with that symbol. I want to print everything in the same line, separated by some small space. Yes, ma, completed. Next, another example, last and final example. For loop example 4. For loop example 4, I am opening. Okay, ma. The Rachana. Let me complete ma. For loop example 4. I will show you that example too. Write down. For loop example 4. Important. Dict values we are printing. Yes, ma. Prabhat, correct. Prabhat, correct, Ma, you are right. So you can do, Prabhat, Mr. Prabhat, you can do the same thing little more easily with the for loop comprehension. I am going to tell you the for loop comprehension to you. So don't worry, that will be reduced, the complexity will be reduced very easily with the for loop comprehension, which I will tell you in the case of functions concept. Functions concept I will introduce, don't worry. What you have done is right. Okay, completed. Right, Ma. Now I'll go for the another example where I gave the homework na, that I will do it. That I will give you. Right, Ma. Now I'm going for a homework example. What I did with for loop, I will do it. So that I need not to postpone tomorrow. Those who said tomorrow you will do with while loop, Ma. Yes. Yes, Ma. That only I'm doing it. Okay. Bilal, you write it. You write with while loop. Now I will do with the for loop because some people are asking, sir, please do it. Please do it, sir. They are asking. Okay. Right. Hmm. Okay. Now I will do it in PyCharm. They want in PyCharm. So PyCharm also I will use it. PyCharm is ready with me. Let me start the PyCharm and it will take some 2 to 3 minutes. Without wasting the time, I will dictate the question. So it will start. It is just executing in the background part. It is just in the process I started. It will open it and it will come to the point. Okay, right. Why I did not use PyCharm? Because it is font and all those things is a little low. That's why I used this font. So I have to do some settings for setting the fonts, theme, all those things I have to change. Because of continuous classes, I did not change the theme and all those things. Okay. Right. Let us come into the next. Yesterday's program, some of the people are absent in yesterday. They did not know that. I will repeat and then we will go for it. Write down. All of you write down now. All of you. Now for loop example 2 is opened. Rachana, you take care. Now write down the program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept, which will accept, which will accept, which will accept number of values, which will accept number of values, which will accept number of values, which will accept number of values dynamically in list, 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 and find and find and find and find sum of the sum and average. You write find sum and sum and average of sum and average of sum and average of sum and average of list of values, list of values, list of values, list of values. Right. Done. Now let us move to the program. Already I dictated yesterday and again dictating. Again you are asking again questions, sir. So please let me move to the subject. If I go on taking whoever is coming newly, if I start saying again and again, I cannot move forward. Ma. Please understand me and try to uh, don't feel like that. Try to concentrate because you also try to understand me. Now I want to go for it. Now I want to go for dynamic list. So how to go for the dynamic list, sir? So I closed this ma. In PyCharm, I want to go for it. New project. New project I am going to take. Click on the new project. So now here I need to go for new project here. Location. I will take it as new project name I need to give. New project name I need to give. So what is the new project here? So list pro. List pro. I am giving list pro. So I supposed to give there. So enter key. So it is going to open new project. It is going to open the new project. So it is creating virtual environment. It is taking some time to coming to this point. So I already shown you number of times. Again, I'm showing you in this case. So I thought that you are going to do in that, but you asked me to do it in the class. That's why I'm showing in the class. So now it is opening it. Now I need to write the code. So here, go to that list pro and your Python project, list pro, and your project is there now. Go to that place, list pro. There I will add new. Which file? Python file. Create a new Python file. There I will give the Python file. List list operation dot py. List operation dot py. So it is going to be like this. It is going to be like this. Fine. So coming to the point back, now I'm going to write the code here. Carefully try to follow. So how do I write the code? Now I'm going to write the code. So what is my code? Now I'm going to take. Now what is that code? Accept n number of elements, dynamic number of elements. N is equal to int of input of enter number of elements. Enter number of elements. Enter how many number of elements you want to enter. I will say enter how many number of elements. So I got in n. So there I will go for writing that. N value can be what? Positive. That n value can be positive. The number should be positive ma. So how do you write it? If n less than or equal to 0. If n less than or equal to 0, I am writing n less than or equal to 0. I am writing 0. Then in that case, do you know what is happening? I am writing printer. I am writing is invalid input. Right? And I will say dot. Of course, I need to say the beginning double quotes. I need to say dot format of what I should write there. N I will write it. N I am writing it. Done. Now I am writing after the. Now I am saying else. Now you coming to the else part. In the else part, what should I write? I should take the number of numbers. How do you write it? For now I am using for. There are a lot of ways are there to do it. First way I will show you. First, what is the first way? Print. I can say enter. I am saying, see carefully, values. Enter values. I am saying that enter that question mark, that empty brace is there. Enter that values. Dot format of n I am writing. What is that n says? Suppose if my n is a 4, it is giving enter 4 values. 4 values you need to read. How do you read? For x in or v in V in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Dear students, 1 comma n plus 1. Suppose if I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1 it will take. That's why I wrote 5 plus 1, 6. 6 means 5 numbers will be given. So for just repeating, asking the value for how many times? 5 times I am taking that loop. For range I took it. Then what should I do? Read the value. So read the value. How do you do that? Value is equal to float of input of I am taking that input of float because I am reading that float values. Add that value to whom? Add that value to whom? List. So this for loop is repeated n plus 1 times, 1 to n plus 1 times. So first time value is coming. Suppose 10 is entered. Second time for loop is coming. The 10 is replaced with 20, 30, 40. Last when it comes, only last value is available. So I need to preserve that values. For that I will create what? One empty list I will create. List is equal to, you can write like this. You can write like this happily, or you can write like this also. What is that? Like this also you can write it. See carefully. This is called which list? Empty list. I can write create empty list. Create empty list. Either you can go for this way or you can go for like this also. List of. I can write it. Any one of the way you can write. So I got the value. How do you do? LST dot append. Append I am writing. Append of what? V. That is val. I got value appended. So this for loop is repeated. N plus 1 times. N plus 1 times. Dear students, be careful. Done. Next after that, it is coming to the for loop. It is value is over. Now I am going to back for loop. It is pointing to for loop. So what should I do there? Once it is coming, I should do the calculation part. Find logic for. Now I am writing logic for sum and average. AVRAG, average. Now write down for, tell me, val in LST. So print the value. Because anyhow I need to print the value. Yes, value is printing. How do you print value? If you want to print, you can print with a format kind of thing. /t dot format of something like val you are doing. Yes, perfect. Now val format. Okay, spelling mistake. Just to follow it carefully. Format. I am doing format. Done. Next I am going to do what here? Values are printed. Next what I will do? I need to do the sum. Already we know, we discussed this type of things. What is that? S is equal to 0. Because I need to add all the values. Even in last class also some examples I taught to you. So I will print S is equal to S plus what? Val. S is equal to S plus val. So average is found. For loop. So first value printed, second value printed. When first value is coming, S is 0. 0 plus value is there. Temporary sum is keeping on maintaining. So once it is over, it is coming to. Now I am writing. See, the line is also visible to you to make you to write very easily that code. Else part I am writing. There I am writing result. How do you write it? For just making you to print a good result, I am just going to apply. So say I am saying that sum I will print as well as average also I will print. So sum 40. Now I am printing. Printer. Sum is equal to dot format of yes. Average also I will print average. So how do you print average? Average is equal to dot format of I will do what? S by len of LST. len of LST. Done. Average is equal to dot format of S by len of LST. I got it. So cleared. So dear students, understand me carefully. At the end of it, I will write it. So we understand how we will follow. Elements of list, enter the values. Now I will just print here also. Some elements of list I will print. There I will print elements of list. Print elements of list. Elements of list. This is the one. I just printed that elements of list. This is the logic which I wrote. For loop I used, else I used, etc. I just followed. Now, let us save this part. Let us save. Control S, you say. Control S. Now I will say run list to OP. Now it is asking, see the below window. Here, output window you see. How many number of elements you want? How many number of elements you want? 5. See that enter 5 values. It is going on accepting because it is entered into the for loop. See that 5 values: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for easiness purpose. 10, 20, 30, 40, 10 plus 20, 30, 30, 30, 60, 60 plus 40, 100, 150. 150 by 5. 150 by 5. Sum is coming as well as. See that, okay, something is printed, that backslash is printed, that I will see that. Sum is 150. Average is called what? 150 by 5 is printed 30 here. I got perfect result. So during this printing of this element, something is printing extra there, that I will remove this. So it is backslash T. I think so. It is backslash T. Now you try to run once again. Enter this many number of elements. Enter. How many elements you want to enter? Now you see that here you see, in this place also you can run list to OP. Now you just run it. Now it is asking, enter how many elements you want to enter. Something like I will enter some 4 values entered. Some 120, some 20, some minus 120, and then 30, for example. Only 4 values. Press enter key. I got the result. Elements of list: 120, 20, minus 120, 30. 120 minus 120, 0. 20 plus 30, 50. 50 is a sum. 50 by 4. 50 by 4 elements. 50 by 4 is 12.5. Dear students, is it clear? Is it clear? So you are asking PyCharm, sir, PyCharm. So PyCharm also over. Easy or difficult? PyCharm is also easy or difficult? So once you start working, it is dead easy. Not at all difficult. Logic is everywhere else the same. Once we know the logics very well, you can drive anywhere else. It is not at all difficult. It is not at all difficult. Right? So clear. Fine. So one girl is asking, yesterday also she asked, I think so. And today also she asked. So nothing is there in this. Whatever the code is there, we are writing here. Dear students, is it okay? So shall we write the same code? Same code anywhere, same code anywhere. Even in Spider also same code. You copy the same thing in Spider also same thing. I will copy in Edit Plus and I will show you. So where you can feel more readability, first of all. More readability I will take it. So I will just save this code in the Python extension. In the Python extension, I will save it because it is stored in list op dot py. I just saved in double quotes. So it is converted into Python coloring. So it is done. So it is available like this. Now let us run this program once again in the command prompt. So you will get more clarity here. So py list op dot py, right? Asking how many elements you want to enter. Some 5 elements. So something like 10, 12, 13, 14, and then 50. 20.22. So I got the result. All the elements are there. Even float numbers also entered like this. We can depends on our requirement, ma. You don't ask that type of doubts, ma. In one program we can use more number of loops, sir. What is that, ma? Depends on your requirement. See, dear students, here why I used a for loop here to append the values, number of values to append. Here why I used a for loop again to find the average and to find the sum and average of elements. It is not like that. It is not like that. Right? So we understood this. T.S. Gupta, you asked to do it. I do it, ma. So you are that if we don't want else statement last time, last part you want, okay, this part, then print we have to put for line. Yes. So remove this else, remove this else. Then you move this thing under for loop exactly. Under for loop exactly, no problem. For loop exactly. So under that you try to move it. Try to move it. So done. I moved under this. So you go for this place. Done. Enter number of elements 3, 10, 20, and 40. So I got the result. Okay. Right. Take this code. So wherever you go for it, wherever you go for it, so the code is going to be same. Only thing is code is important. Code is important. Right. So Mr. Raj Kamal is asking line number 7. 7 is what, ma'am? Range function I am using. If you enter the number of numbers is called 4. 4 values you need, a first value, second value, third value, 4 value. So this you are getting a doubt because you did not read the range function. That is only the problem, Raj Kamal. So read the range function, 1 comma 4 plus 1 5. 4 values I want to read. 1 comma 5 means what? 1 comma 5 minus 1. 4 times this loop will be repeated. That is the meaning. 7 reading the value and then appending to the list. You are getting this doubt means I am clearly understanding that you are not reading the notes, my dear student. Am I right, Raj Kamal? Append function I already taught in the list. Range function already explained in the data types. Raj Kamal, am I correct, ma? Frankly tell me. Frankly tell me. I don't mind also. I explained, you asked me, I explained. Raj Kamal, am I clear? Write down this code, all of you. list op dot py. If you want, you can copy from this place also. In this place also you can copy. Would you like to copy from PyCharm? List op dot py. You copy from here. It is more clear and more visible for you. Write down for same code only I copied here. First of all, Ravi, why you use k comma v, ma? Why do you use k comma v? Where I said k comma v to be used? So please write down first. Your queries will be taken in the last. Please read the Python notes properly. So please read the Python notes properly. Write down the note. Write down this program first. When you have key comma value pair, then only we use that such type of for loop. For list only one value is there, you want to use k comma v. So read ma, follow the guidelines, follow the rules strictly. So I can use even else also no problem. Even if I use for loop parallel to that also no problem. If I use else now, you will get the clarity in that. So I'm just writing. I prefer to write else bracket here. If you want, you can eliminate else and you can write in the for loop line. Yeah, after loops programs, after this break statement is there, what do you call, continue statement is there, pass is there. In that, I will explain loops in a loops, and nested loops also I will explain. So it will take this week. It will take this week to do more examples. Continue, break. Continue is one day I will take, because I can take even 5 minutes also continue. So that continued doubt will be continued for lifelong. Break. I need to explain break multiple examples, right? So I want to give more practical knowledge. So maybe next Monday we will start the functions concept. Even we are going to give you, I'm developing one very big material for this type of Python course. A big material is going to come. We just started, it is under formatting stage. We are just doing that work one by one. So that will come with a full-fledged, like a beautiful book. Of course, don't think that it is something different. Whatever I'm explaining, that I'm giving in that material, programs also will be pasted. So if you go through that, it will be more easy for you. Please close your video, S1. Django, if I teach, it will take 2.5 months or 2 months max. Max 2 or 2 months, 10 days like that. We can teach even 15 days also. We can teach even 1 month also. That's what I'm saying. Depends on the person. If more ethics, more deep. No ethics, only just washing the eyes of the student, just going with their own that side, this side covering and all. Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee Surya, right? So line number 9, I'm just reading the value and converting into float type. Om Prakash Singh. Sir, when this course will complete? So, what date it is started? From that date, it will take 3 months, ma. Yes, ma. Vinash, we are having all these things in our class, ma. All these things are there in our class. Okay? Please don't worry. Not like that, ma. Not I'm taking float purpose. I'm taking the list with integers as well as float. I'm taking this float value to take the int values as well as float values. Functions concept will start in the coming Monday. Coming Monday, functions will start. T.S. Gupta. I'm going to cover database connection with Python programming. Database connection with Python programming. Front end, no. Front end, no. Front end is not there here. That is outdated in Python front end discussion. Even in industry also, like in Java, AWT, all those things, applets that are outdated. Here also, that is outdated in the Python environment because HTML, those things are popular. Right. After finishing, please let me know that. Next. Now I'll give you one assignment for you. Can I give assignment today? Can I give one more assignment? Yes. Write down the assignment. Write a write a write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept which will accept which will accept dynamic number of values, which will accept number of values. You can write number of values or dynamic number of values in a list, which will accept a dynamic number of values, which will accept a dynamic number of values, which will accept a dynamic number of values in a list, in a list, in a no more today's assignment. Yesterday's assignment, I wrote the code. That is the code what you have written, Suresh, which will accept number of values or dynamic values in a list and sort those values in both ascending and descending, and sort those values in ascending and descending, sort those values in ascending and descending, sort those values in ascending and descending orders. Sort those values ascending and descending. Which function you will use, ma? So logic is same. We read the number of values in a list and you will apply what? Print the original list, print the sorted list in ascending order, print the same elements in descending order. It's a very, very important. These are all written test kind of questions. What function you will apply, ma? What function you will apply? Yes, very good. Very good. Nice. For reverse order, what you will apply, ma? That is what? Very good. Very good. Suraj, you have written correct syntax, ma. Very nice. Correct syntax. Suraj has written it. Patala, Suraj. Very good. Arindam Powder also written. Arindam Powder, you have written small t, capital T. Sort of reverse is equal to true. Reverse is equal to true. Capital T you need to write. Okay, very good. Very nice. Done. Next, one more program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Yes, ma. Good. All of them done well. Write a Python program which will accept a number of values, which will accept a number of values dynamically, 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 and find this is little typical, and find occurrence of each element, occurrence of number of occurrences of each element. That is important. Number of occurrences of each element, number of occurrences of each element. Yes, ma. Satyam Sharma, very nice, good. Which will find number of occurrences of each element. Yes, very good. People are very nice. That is what, when you read the notes daily, you will get this type of answers. When we don't read, what will come? It is also Bruce Lee, right? Bruce Lee, frequency of an element. How do you find the frequency of an element of list? This also code, kind of code. Excellent, Bruce Lee, excellent. Right. So, fine. So you do the two assignments, ma. You do these two assignments. You do these two assignments. Right. So need to write a program of Python which will accept a number of values, which will accept a number of values, and find occurrence of each element of list. That is nothing but a frequency of an element of list. Each element, suppose 5 elements are there. First element came how many times? Second element came how many times? Like that, I want to find the number of occurrences of each element. This is what I can give you an assignment. Please do that assignment. And I repeated Kaushal Tata, I repeated. So take care about that. Completed. Okay. So tomorrow's class, we will meet for another type of discussion. Maybe I will go for a break statement. I will introduce tomorrow. After break and continue, I will go for loops in a loops. Loop in a loop, I will go for it. Nested loops, I will go for it. Nested loop concept, I will apply. Right. Spurti good ma. Try to implement in the program. Try to implement in the program. Yes. Right. So all the best for that, and don't postpone that. Don't postpone that concept. Please write the code, and then I should not see that tomorrow. What do you call? Sir, tomorrow I will do it. Day after tomorrow I will do it. That should not be taken place. Right. So go to the place. So somebody is asking. Here, this is the concept here. Done. This is a for loop concept. Somebody is asking. Open that explanation page. It is done. Yes, ma. Do it. Do by yourself, and then move forward. So we'll stop it now. We will stop it. Time is almost over. Now it is